Hey guys, it's Sofa C63 here, or Roman. I'm on MB World and a couple other Mercedes forums. I'm here to bring you another do-it-yourself. My last one was the LEDs in the mirrors. We'll be working on a 2012 C63 AMG, the facelift model. A lot of the stuff will be probably for any C63, very similar. What we're going to do today is we're going to replace the rear door lock pins. They look like this. Okay. Unlike the fronts, these are not twist off, they are pop style, meaning they got to pop on over a lip and they got to be pulled over that same lip. Don't try to screw them or unscrew them. It's not going to come off unless you pull up as well. It's like trying to screw a nail. So I wouldn't even mess around with it that way, even though some people claim on the forums they've gotten them off that way. You're going to break something. Once I pull off this door panel and show you, there's a lot of components in there you don't want to be tugging and pulling on. Everything's plastic. So do it the right way, take the door panel off and replace these. It's actually a lot easier than you think, and you're doing it the right way. And you might learn something too on top of that. So here's the old door pin, and what we're doing is we're replacing it with what should have came on this car is a nice aluminum style one. It says AMG on the top. You can get them online on eBay, preferably. You can get the whole kit, fronts and rears. For the fronts, I know this is not what this is about, but this is a front. My recommendation for you when you do this, get a rag, put the rag around your pliers, needle nose will work, or normal pliers. Put the rag around it and then clamp this over the rag and twist it, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. The reason behind doing that is you don't want to damage your stock pin. That way I found that you won't even scratch it. So let's move to the door panel. First thing, don't be intimidated. This is actually a lot easier to come off than you think. I'll run through what you're going to see here. You have two screws here. Let me back up first of all. You're going to need these tools, a 20 Torx head, T20. Needle nose come in handy, always have those. A flat head, you're going to need that. You're going to need your pins, obviously. I wear gloves, keep the car clean. Anyway, you're going to have two T20 Torx, one right here, my pinky's in, I'm trying to keep the light here, and one over here. It's right where your door handle is, here, where you would grab if you were in the rear. Put this up here. Mine were very tight. It's a brand new car. So you're going to take your T20, line it up over the screw, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, you're going to spin it that way. Okay, mine are already loose. Mine did not come out, but you can touch it with your finger, they're loose. Okay, they're gonna pop out as soon as you take the door panel off. Now, what I did is, now that I told you they're within an inch apart, so you got like a clip, 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 clip all the way around. And this top portion here is actually pushed on. It's like a wedge clip. It just slides in the middle. So it does come off as one piece, just so you know. Take your flat head. Okay, you can even wrap a rag around it if you want to. I didn't find the need to. Find a section underneath where the plastic of the door panel, like right here, just because you can see it, take the screwdriver, the flathead, and stick it in between that plastic and the door panel. I found it easiest to do it at the lowest point. And plus, if you happen, you're not going to, but if you happen to make a mistake and scratch something, you're not going to see it, it'll be underneath. So, take your flathead, find a spot. I did, it's already in. You're going to hear these pop off. Use your shoulder on the door unless you got a friend to help you. What you're trying to do is get your finger in there. It's going to feel like you're breaking stuff. My fingers are in there now. I actually got the flathead out completely. It's a tight fit, but get your fingers in there. Alright guys, I'm back. I actually got it popped. I needed to get all hands on deck. It's a brand new car, so you got to keep in mind that a lot of these clips are very tight. They're brand new. They haven't been removed at all. So you're the first time removing these, you're gonna have a hell of a time, like I just did. Okay. So now you'll see door panel's loose. Okay. I got a couple here I didn't pop yet. Okay. Don't be alarmed. That's what it does. Now you'll notice I have it swinging. All the clips are off, except for the top part. Now, I'm going to try to do this the best I can. This door panel is just going to come off. Okay, you take your finger up here, pull it out. Look at that, boom, fell right out. Now it's off, okay? Now, this is gonna be easier shown, I guess. You can really let it dangle. You have two cords. You're gonna have one for your lock, okay, which actually I think is vacuum. I think they're still stuck with that. Maybe not, I don't know, doesn't matter. And then you have one for your door handle, okay? You don't really want to let it hang, though I did, and I will right now, to get the shot for you guys. You really have two things that are connected with the door. You have the actual lock itself. It's an interesting setup. And then you have the handle. There's only two things that are hooked up to the door. The mods, it looks, yeah. Well, and you have, yeah, the harness for the switch as well. I just noticed that. Let me just show you. Let me get you an inside here. What we got, as you can see, you have, it's gonna be, there's the cable for the door handle, the black one. There's the clip down there, that little plastic clip. This is why I recommend you don't let it hang like this, or if you are, just don't put any weight on it. It should be fine. Blue cable is your lock cable. And there it is there. See if we can get a back shot of it. There's the cable. I know it's not clear, but you get the idea. Now, the clip here is like an electrical clip. You just pinch it and pull it off, and the whole lock's going to come off, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Let's see, how am I going to do this? Alright, get creative. Alright, I'm going to pinch this and pull it off like that. There that is. So now the cable's off. Make sure you don't want to lose your light. And now we'll show you here. Put you back here. I'll zoom up. So here you have it. The pin. Oh. Okay, there's like the electrical clip style. You just pinch it and pull it off from the door. Then you have this pin here, your pin. Okay. Can't really show you this. You're gonna see it when you take it apart. On the inside, or where this connects, you'll see what looks like a little clip. Though you'll see the ring that it needs to pop off of. So what I did is I just used my flathead and I popped it off. Now I'm not going to zoom in and show you this because I can't. I need my hands here, but I'll kind of try to do this in front of you so you see it. What you'll do is just, you'll work these off the top. You'll kind of pull the tabs off and then pop it off. Just like that. You guys saw how easy that was to take off. So there it is, it's off. Now, you'll see the ring there. There's a little tiny ring. And here's your AMG pin, the new one. Now keep in mind, if you're OCD like me, it's going to sit like this. Now if you want the AMG to sit properly, keep that in mind. Properly, I mean, like, you know, it's going to say AMG this way. So I'm going to line it up so the AMG is parallel with the window. Just pop it on. Now keep in mind too, as I just did, the door panel off here. When you push on this lock, I had to pull it back out. It's going to lock it. So if you hold it, lock, unlock. So what you're going to do, this is where your needle nose come into play, is you line it up, grab your needle nose, like so, just hold it when you pop it on. And it's as easy as that. It's on, it's not going anywhere. There you go, you're done. Now, all you have to do is pick up the door panel like this, slide that rod back through the hole, and it's going to clip just like that. As simple as that. Now the pin is in, and when you push it down, it's going to be flush. I'm not going to do it now because the door's open. Now let me zoom back out. Okay. Now installation. Pretty straightforward. It's exactly how you took it off. Now what I want to show you though is these little holes here. These are where those little tabs go. The tabs are orange, and I'm going to show you one. Sometimes when you remove this panel, the tabs stay in the door. Okay? They pop off the door panel and they stick in the door. You need to remove them off the door, slide them in the grooves back on the panel, and then reattach. Now, all you have to do is take your needle nose, find whatever ones are stuck on. I see one right here. Pull it off. This is what it looks like. Right here. Okay? What you're going to do with that is you're going to find whatever spot it fell off of. This was on this side of the door. It's pretty easy. Find it, pop it back in. I'm not going to explain that part to you. You're going to see it. It's pretty straightforward. You just stick the tab back to where it was. Make sure all the rest of the clips are in place. It looks like they are. Just make sure all the orange tabs are off the door. And they are. Good. So all the orange tabs are on the door panel. That's what you want. Now I'm going to show you one more important thing that I made the mistake of. I put the door panel on and I was wondering why the door handle was floppy. It wasn't stiff. Okay. On the back side here, you see where that you can see the stress on the door panel there. You see that where the cable here is attached to the door, down there. There's a little grooved clip hole. See, this is almost impossible to do with a camera and everything else. There, right there. You're gonna see it right where that flashlight is hitting. There's a little groove. Okay, this black cable right here, you need to put that in that groove. Okay, so let me put that in the groove, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's in. It's really easy. Just pop it in exactly how it looks. Now you'll notice the door panel wants to stay up higher now. That's because it fell out of the groove. Okay? Now, there you go. See it in the groove. It's gonna fall out again if I don't get the door panel on, but I want you to see the detail. It's important so you guys don't write me later, hey man, my door handle's floppy because of your do-it-yourself. Make sure this cable here is in that groove there, and that's where it connects to the door, the plastic clip. That's what we don't want to break. Groove, all for the door handle. There's your blue line here, routes here, and there's your pin clipped in, and there's the pin. Okay. Now for installation, pretty easy. We're gonna make sure that one is in the groove. Okay, it's important. Now you see the clips now. Slide clips, just stick it in. All right here, just like a rubber groove. It's actually pretty easy. And you'll see there's a line, there's a piece of plastic, and all this kind of lines up. It's really easy. Now the easiest way to make sure this goes in is actually to line up one of the clips in their holes. I use the ones on the side because they're easiest to see. Okay, there, you could kind of just hear it all go into place. Door handle's not loose. Okay, good. And then get one of them in. Boom, there's one in. That noise means you got one in. So there's another one, you got some more. Now work your way over to the inside here. There. Simple as that. Give your door, the top part, a good push to the frame. Just to make sure it's nice and tight. Okay. What I do normally is when I do these kind of jobs, I trace my hand around the outside of the frame, make sure I got all the clips. Sometimes you may do it and find that you have missed some. Okay. Nice and flush, everything's flush. And if you have any questions, go back to the other door as a reference. Now don't forget, you have these two screws with your T20. Once you get all the plastic tabs lined up, these are going to fall right into place. You really can't mess these up. Once you get it in the hole. Okay, just making sure they're tight. You don't have to kill them. Okay, now for your whopping 10 minutes worth of work, it's flush. So that's that, and the door handle's nice and tight. That's really all there is. Hey guys, the job's done. Thanks for sticking through it. Now hopefully you guys can do this one on your own. It's pretty easy. Don't be intimidated, and don't try to pull the pins out without taking off the door panel. You're going to break something. Do things the right way, and I'll do a full recap right now for you, so you know. I'll repeat everything so we know. 2 Torx T20s. Okay, remove those. Then you want to take your flathead, via bottom, pry it enough to get your fingers in, and then pull the door panel towards you. Okay, remember there's probably 10 little plastic clips all around. They're all going to pop out. Okay, once the door panel pops freely out, from here all the way to here will be flimsy. It'll want to shake. This whole top piece is slid into a groove. Okay, so really you just pull and it's going to come off. Okay, you have 3 connections to the door panel. You have one for your electrical, you have one for your lever, which goes to the window regulator, and you have one for the pin. Okay, I'll show you that in the video. You guys seen it. Just be careful with it. You can let it dangle. Try not to break anything. Remove the clip from the door panel, pinch and pull out. That'll give you the cable in your hand. It's still connected to the door. It'll give you the cable and the plastic stock pin. Take a flathead screwdriver, pry the ends of the pin off, pull. It'll pop right off. Take your new pin, make sure you line it up properly. Apply as much pressure as you can with the needle that's holding it, because remember, if you push the lock, it's going to lock it. Okay, so you need to take needle nose, hold the cord, push the new pin on. Okay, make sure it's sturdy. Once it's sturdy, reroute it back into the inside of the door panel. It'll clip into place. Once you clip it into place, you want to remember about that groove I showed you guys. Make sure the line for this, the door handle, is popped in that groove. And then make sure all the orange clips are on the door panel side. Reattach everything. Confirm everything works. Make sure the locks work up and down. Make sure it's flush, how it's supposed to be. Make sure the door locks and unlocks. Obviously, make sure the electrical side of things work. It should. You didn't remove anything. And make sure all the pins are tight. And make sure this panel's nice and flush. Run your hands around it like this. Make sure everything was pushed in and popped. This all it's all confirmation too. It's going to make noise when you'll know it's in place. Once again, any questions, feel free to let me know. I'll be more than happy to help you if I can. So far, C63 out.